Back in my day, I walked 7.7 miles barefoot every day to work and then back home again, about 15 miles a day in the blistering hot sand along the Golden Gulf coast of Mississippi. You could shower, and within an hour you would have swamp feet because the shit was so, it was so hot and humid out there every day. It'd probably take me about, it usually took me about 2 hours. So this is like December of 2001, November, December. Me and my buddy Luke, we just got settled in down in Mississippi in our little trailer park down on Gulf Avenue. We're there for a couple weeks. We tried going down to the fucking down by the casinos. You go down there and you get on boats and you go out and fucking do oyster shucking and shit like that. Like daily labor. We'd always show up and we never got fucking picked to go out on those boats, but eventually we were fucking cruising around the beach and down towards Biloxi, which is about 7 miles from where we lived on Gulf Avenue, and a little hiring sign in a KFC down there. So I picked up an application. I just desperate for a fucking job. I want to get my shit together. We had, Minnesota was behind us. Fucking Estacada and fucking Oregon was way behind me, and I was still on the mission to get my shit together. So I grabbed the application. Wouldn't you know it? Well, I got the fucking job. The only problem was I didn't have a fucking car. It's about 7 miles from fucking home. But I was desperate, and I wasn't gonna fucking go back to the bullshit that I wasn't gonna go back to being fucking broke. I wasn't going back to fucking Oregon, so I had to fucking keep on trucking. It was so hot down there, I shit you not, I would leave for work around 9 a.m. in the morning, and it'd be a perfectly clear day. It'd be like 70 degrees out, but the humidity was just unbelievable, and you'd be walking, it'd be completely dry outside. And then you'd look under these big giant magnolia trees or whatever it was, palm trees and shit, and there'd be a big circle of fucking, like a big pond of water. And you would hear it raining and shit. You'd be like, well, what the fuck's going on? But it's the trees were sweating. It wasn't nothing. It hadn't rained for fucking days or weeks or whatever. But it was so hot that the trees would sweat in a big fucking puddle. So every time you would see it looked like a giant shadow under these fucking trees. But it was just the trees fucking leaking down sweat. It was fucking pretty cool. I'd never seen anything like that from Oregon. I'm used to seeing the trees dripping and shit, but it's got to be raining for that shit to happen over there. So it was kind of different for me. So that's one of the first kind of cool things that made me really made me realize I wasn't at home anymore, Dorothy. You know what I mean? So like the first mile of the walk, is through this little hood called I believe it's called Magnolia Grove is what they call it there. But I'd have my shoes on there, and by the time that was the first mile. By the time I got down to the water, to the beach, my feet would just be sweaty as fucking shit already, just because it's so fucking hot and sweltering out there. So like fuck it, if I gotta walk fucking 7.5 miles to work every day, I might as well take the fucking beach. You know what I mean? It's fuck. Who doesn't like long walks on the fucking beach? This was a fucking dream. So I just kick my shoes off and walk right along the fucking shore, You'd fucking see all kinds of cool shit. Fucking horseshoe crabs and shit, they look like fucking dinosaurs. I'd always come fucking, I think I had at one point like fucking 8 fucking horseshoe crabs fucking pinned up on my wall because I thought they're so fucking cool. But that shit started stinking like some girls from Estacada, so I had to take that fucking shit off. But, so I used to just walk and walk. It was fucking hot. I would sweat, but it was like, you used to like walking in a fucking sauna. It wasn't that bad, really. It's easy to get lost in your head and just fantasize and daydream. Fuck it, you got a 2-hour walk. One of the fucking cool things, I'd be walking and shit. One of the things you could see the whole. And thinking about the Gulf, from Gulf Avenue all the way to where I had to walk, it was kind of just like a half moon. So you could just kind of, where you started, you could just see the whole fucking beach, and then way the fuck yonder, and you could just barely see little buildings, up in the fog. And you look a little deeper, you see this big fucking pirate ship in that fog. I shit you fucking not, dude. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So that was my point of, get there, just walk and go, and that's what, so I would just walk towards that, go to the fucking pirate ship, and, and it would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the closer you got to it, the fucking cooler it looked, because it was fucking huge. It was fucking life size, I'd never seen anything like that. And it was right up on the fucking beach, so it looked like it was just parked there and shit. So, it was really cool. You know, it was cool as shit. Like at nighttime, it would just light up and like the I don't know what you call those, the big giant fucking sails and shit. They would be all fucking purple, and the whole thing would be just fucking lit up. But you know, the closer you got to it, you know, you walk right up onto it, and you just realize it's just a fucking giant casino on a fucking barge. But it was fucking cool, man. It was like when you're walking and shit down the Gulf, you know, it was like living in fucking goddamn, you know, like it was like living in surfboard fucking California back in the 50s or some shit, because there would be like there was this place like the fucking shark head souvenir fucking shop. It was all fucking purple, and it had this fucking 30-foot fucking shark head sticking out of it on one fucking side. You know, that wasn't too far across from where I worked at that KFC, but like all these different fucking things along the way, you know, it just make the walk just so fucking enjoyable. It was a real fucking crazy place to fucking be, you know. This is 2001. They said it was the Atlantic City of the South, you know, because Biloxi, once you got past that pirate ship, was like the first burst of a whole shit ton of fucking casinos, like all the way to the tip of Biloxi, because Biloxi's kind of built on a big fucking. It's kind of built like an island, I guess you would call it. There's a bay on the backside, and the front side's a Gulf. Well, it's kind of protected by a bunch of islands and shit. But that pirate ship was my milestone. You know, you just keep walking every fucking day, and sooner or later you'll pass that pirate ship, and you'll be at work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just walked down here barefoot in the blistering hot sand all the way down. And off in the distance, you would be able to see right about in here, way up there by those buildings. You can kind of see it in there. You see the old pirate ship sticking up right about here. So that was my destination. So when I finally passed that pirate ship, which was called Treasure Bay Casino, you'd go through that parking lot. And about, you know, the next mile or mile and a half or so, that's, you know, we'd walk up on kind of what I would call like our block. So we had, there was a Hooters, there was our KFC, and then there was a Taco Bell, and then there was a liquor store. So we ran the fucking KFC. You know, I was just a fucking grunt worker when I first started there. But we would like trade chicken to the fucking taco time, and then we'd fucking trade chicken to the liquor store. We never really talked to the fucking Hooters girls, but they're always out on the fucking beach taking their fucking calendar pictures and whatnot. So that, you know, that's always fucking cool to watch. You know, who doesn't like fucking watching Hooter girls fucking out on the beach every fucking day on your lunch breaks and shit? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The fucking girls down south, you know what I mean? They fucking sweat that shit into a fucking hourglass. So you know what I mean? You ain't never looking at another broad down there. Some thick fucking girls, you know what I mean? They look, you know, but they got like, you know, Oregon tweaker style bodies because they're skinny, but they're not on meth, you know, they're just fucking thick fucking cornbread fed, but fucking melted down to fucking hourglass sized girls. They're fucking hot, you know what I mean? And then in between, like, right directly behind the KFC was like a fucking thousand. It went out for about 1,000 fucking feet. It was just a fucking pier that went out into the fucking Gulf and shit, you know. We would, on our lunch breaks, we would go out there and fucking smoke weed and shit, you know. We were just fucking getting right. That's what they say down there. You're getting right, you're getting fucked up. You're having a good fucking time, that's what that means. Yeah, it was my first job, you know. It was like prepping potatoes and that kind of shit, you know. And fucking Ty Hernan fucking, eyes were blue, hair was long. Fucking however that song goes. She was born in Baton Rouge. Father's torn, mother's gone. Oh my God, what can I do? I don't know whatever the fuck that song is. That shit was always playing in the background. And the place was just popping, you know what I mean? It sucked fucking working at a KFC. You know, it was like my second or third job. But it was the crew that fucking made it the fucking shit, dude. It was fun. There was this fucking chick named Megan. She was fucking bad. Little fucking olive skinned girl, fucking, she had a deep fucking accent. I don't know what fucking, she wasn't white, she wasn't black, I don't know what the fuck she was, but she was fucking cute. There was this other dude, he looked just like fucking James Frank from fucking that Pineapple Express fucking movie. And he would, funny, like, one of my first fucking weeks there, he just rolled up in this fucking, like, this late 80s, early 90s fucking all white Crown Vic, you know, fucking polished up white walls and fucking shit, you know. I just thought, I was like, look at these fucking guys. You know, he just looked like some fucking, like a kind of like a ghetto gangster you see in some kind of fucking movie in Brooklyn or some shit. But you know, they all had these fucking real deep fucking southern accents and shit, and you know, he'd fucking pull up, fucking rocking that fucking Project Pack shit, chicken head, down. That shit was fucking pretty big at that fucking time. You know, the fucking Ludacris Word of Mouth had just came out and all that fucking shit. You know, so it was kind of like that fucking era when the Dirty South had really just kicked off, you know. And hey, that fucking James Frank looking fucking guy, I don't remember what his name was, but you know, he was fucking cool. He would fucking, you know, show me around Mississippi. He took me out by his place once up in the fucking backwoods, and fucking, that was first dude I had actually smoked weed with down there. You know, he was pretty fucking cool. Our boss Chad, he's just a fucking lame dick, you know. As time went on, we ended up getting this new manager. Her name was fucking Darlene. She looked like Jill Taylor off of Tool Time. You know, she sounded like fucking Reese Witherspoon though. She was a real smart, you know, real quick, you know, snap at the fucking lips type chick. You know, she had been 35, 40 years old, but she was just cool as fuck. She let us do whatever the fuck we want, you know. But as the months went by, you know, it would get hotter and hotter and hotter. And I'd be walking down the Gulf, and that shit would just sandblast my fucking feet walking in all that fucking sand for 7 miles each fucking way, you know, 14 miles a fucking day. But eventually that Darlene chick, she started giving me rides home. I think she had this little green 90s Camaro, and she just always started giving me rides home, you know. I think she was real fucking lonely. She'd always bitch about her husband, you know, how he was abusive and all this fucking shit. I guess he was like some older dude. I think he was like some fucking, I don't know what the fuck he was. He was fucking, I know he had fucking money. He was probably somebody I wanted to fuck with. But, yeah, she started giving me rides home and shit. It was fucking awesome. And eventually, like, you know, I'd be walking down the Gulf, you know, and I'd hear a beep, beep. And I'd look down and I see fucking, you know, oh, there's her green Camaro. About the first mile, she'd pick me up. She would pull off the first gas station. And she'd run in there and come back out, a little 6-pack of fucking Bud Light. Oh, fuck yeah. We're getting fucked up today. Get fucked up and cooking some chicken today. We're gonna poison some people today. So me and her would open the fucking store, and I'd do my prep on my mashed potatoes. I'd fill up my little KFC cup full of fucking beer. And I'd just be drinking along and all that shit. And we'd just be having a good fucking time. All the rest of the crew would come in there. You know, everybody's always fucking stoned. Nobody said nothing. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody really gives a shit. So yeah, we just had a ball every day, and then, you know, we got in real deep, like this Megan ship. She ended up like dating some dude down at Taco Bell, and fucking they were fucking in at the liquor store. So she ended up fucking like every fucking lunch break, she would run up to the liquor store with a fucking big bucket of fucking expired chicken, and she would come back with a couple pints of Tangerine. And then me and her would go out on that 1,000-foot dock. You know, we just fucking straight shot the whole fucking bottle. You know, get a little stoned. You know, and we'd come back and just be all fucked up, man. We were fucking throwing out fucking raw chicken left and right. A couple times when people got fucking sick, you know, they were like, well, you're probably just drinking too much at the casino the night before. Like, you know, you can't prove shucking shit, you know what I mean? You know, you can't really prove shit down south. Not a lot of people got healthcare, not a lot of people got, so, you know. And I remember one night, you know, we got all fucked up at that KFC, and so, you know, Darlene had driven me home, and she was fucking, she got out of her fucking car and ripped her fucking pants, and I started pissing in my fucking driveway and shit. She was, man, I had a little crush on her, I ain't gonna fucking lie. You know, I had been waiting for this moment for a while, but I was fucking hammered too, dude, and I fucking finally had her around my house and shit, and she was fucking all over me and shit. But I was still young and stupid, you know, and I had low self-esteem, and I didn't know what the fuck to do with my little fucking pecker, you know what I mean? That's this fucking older fucking cougar, you know, some fucking casino popping husband or some shit, you know, I don't, you know, got also fucking hammered anyways. I ended up fucking just puking up chicken all over my fucking bedroom that day, and I didn't want to fucking come out. I was gonna pass out on the couch, and she fucking took off. You know, that was my one chance, you know, I fucking missed out on that fucking shit. That's one of my big regrets. I sure wish I would have got that pussy, you know what I mean? Oh well, but anyways, you know, I told all my friends I got it. You know, everybody in the trailer park, oh yeah, I was in there fucking her, you know what I mean? I was a legend after that, but I didn't really fucking do that. I was usually too drunk to be charming or fucking, you know, to whip up game by that time. I was like, fuck it. But you know, after that day, you know, I had her at my house, you know, I really just realized, you know, this poor fucking old lady, she's, you know, she just wants fucking ear to fucking lean and talk to, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of guy I always was, you know. And I never liked to take advantage of fucking drunk girls, you know. It just wasn't my fucking thing. You know what I mean? If they didn't truly want it, you know, I just really wasn't interested. You know what I mean? It was always fucking fun to fucking, you know, fuck with them, but yeah, I would never take it that far. You know, I just realized that, you know, she just wanted to talk. You know, she's just fucking, that's why she was just pick me up every day, you know. I was her little fucking buddy, you know what I mean? She'd fucking leave her angry fucking husband from whatever the fuck he was doing to her, you know, and I was her little fucking, you know, I was her little ear, you know, and I was that, you know. It was always this, you know, it was always a 6-pack of Bud Light and a lot of this on the way to work every day. But that was okay with me, man, because, you know, wherever part she picked me up, you know, I don't know if her husband ever knew she picked me up or not, but, you know, it shortened my fucking walk. And fuck walking that 14 miles a fucking day, you know. The fucking days she didn't work, they really, you know, it's just bullshit. There's just really no buses down to Mississippi. There's always, like, the casino buses and shit that take, like, all the senior citizens to the fucking, you know, back and forth to all the fucking casinos, but there's no real, like, public transportation. I think they had one little fucking bus. But I mean, the real problem was, you know, my fucking paychecks were like $200 after I paid my fucking bit of the fucking rent. You know, I'd usually have like 20, 30 bucks. I'm like, okay, I'll save my, you know, I saved my bus money this fucking week. You know, but, usually Monday night, I'd just blow it all on fucking alcohol and just be left with nothing. Okay, well, you know, well, I guess I'm walking to work this fucking week. Yeah, I'd get off work, you know what I mean? And first thing I'd do, you know, if I had a couple bucks, instead of catching the bus home, I'd just go to the store and get a fucking 32-ounce of King Cobra, maybe 2, and just fucking drink. And on the way out, just walk down the fucking beach, you know, stop 2 or 3 fucking times, just fucking chill and reminisce about fucking Estacada and all the other fucking bullshit places I've fucking been. Just fucking chill and stare at the fucking Gulf of Mexico. It was a fucking dream. And I was usually fucking plowed by the time I got home, so the fucking walk really wasn't shit. You know, 2 hours walking there, 2 hours walking back sometimes. And then we just get even more fucked up in that trailer park. But those are some stories from another time. You know, it's funny. It's like when you go to the fucking ocean here and you see all these old docks from like the 1800s. You know, these old wooden pillars and stuff where these docks used to be. And you're like, oh man, I wonder what life was for these people that lived way back in those days. You know. And I look at this picture of this dock that I used to sit on every day. You know, I'm doing my dream job, and it's like it's been gone for fucking 100 years, but yeah, I guess it's been about 17 years, you know what I mean, since it got washed away. 2005 till now. Yeah, I think it's about 17 years. Yeah, no one will ever, you know, the fucking Hooters got washed away, the fucking everything got washed away, everything is fucking gone, you know. Most anything that's left there anymore is fucking just new shit. But it's funny though, even 17 years later, you still see that old fucking slab of cement down there where we fucking where we fucking did our chicken cooking and fucking drinking. It's still fucking there. You know, I like to fucking Google it and look at it. I can still see that old pirate ship in my fucking head. You know, there's no real good pictures. I've tried to find some real good pictures of what that area used to look like, and it's hard. But I guess it still exists. You know, it always exists inside my head. It's kind of funny. I was one of the last people to see that fucking spot, and I really fucking saw it because I walked it every fucking day I worked down there for like 8 fucking months, man. God damn, I walked that motherfucker fucking 14 miles a fucking day. You know, and that's just, you know, you'll hear a lot of fucking reasons why I got this fucking neuropathy problem in my fucking feet, but I guarantee you that's one of them. Fucking sandblasting my feet in that fucking hot goddamn sticky fucking sand every fucking day. Yeah, that shit can't be good for nobody. You know, if you hear fucking Forrest Gump talk, you know, he's like, you keep your fucking feet safe, you know what I mean? Well, fuck, you know, I tried, you know. It's kind of like Forrest Gump, except for, like, if you take his character, instead of him being slow, you just made him a piece of shit. You know, that's me, Forrest Gump, POS. Yeah, fuck it, you know what I mean? You live and you fucking learn. I wouldn't redo it if I could. It was an amazing time to be alive. 2001, Gulfport, Mississippi to Biloxi, Mississippi. Man, if anybody's got some cool pictures of that, I'd love to see them. Eventually, my roommate Luke, he ended up wanting to go back to Oregon. He's just, you know, he was just done with the South. He wasn't making the kind, he made like $5.25 an hour. I think I was making even less. And he was just done with it, so he headed back. So I was gonna take over the trailer on my own. So, and KFC I was fucking walking out there, every fucking day, and then coming home, and so so when he left, I ended up taking his job over at Bay Ice. So that's another story we'll be talking about later. That was kind of fun, fucking cheap, but I needed a better job, and he had it, and there was an opening because he was leaving. So it was only like a couple miles from my house, so I ended up with the job down at Bay Ice Company. So my days at KFC were done. It's funny when you listen to old people talk, and they're always talking about they had this one dream job they had when they were fucking when they're younger, or some kind of job they wish they could relive. This was that fucking job. That fucking goddamn pier out back, man. That just made it the fucking shit, dude. Every fucking lunch break, man. I mean, it was just like living in the world. I mean, to walk to it, to fucking walk back, picked up by my boss, all that fucking shit. Everything together just made it one of the coolest experiences of my life. That fucking old pirate shit, man. But yeah, it all just disappeared, in 2005. All Katrina washed everything away. That old beach I used to walk on, they had the thing closed down for fucking years because I guess so much money had ended up getting dumped in that fucking sand for the casinos. I guess the federal government just didn't want anybody fucking digging that shit up. I guess they're still finding fucking money out there and shit. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, so if you look at my profile picture, you'll see a picture of the beach and a little sign and a little slab right there, and that's KFC. That's what's left. 17 years later, it was on Veterans Avenue, Veterans and Highway 90, right on the beach. If you want to look that up, you can see the slabs. It's still to today. You can see it. If I could relive one part of my fucking life, or go to one fucking place and bring it back, it'd be that place. But it just doesn't exist anymore. Only up in here. And now there. Till next time. I walk this shit to work at a fucking KFC every fucking day. There's New Orleans. This was my fucking walk. You fucking believe I walk this shit every fucking day? To work at a fucking KFC. 7.7 fucking miles. So this was the trailer park. And then I would walk down Gulf Avenue. They call this Magnolia Grove. Not really kind of place a fucking white boy from Oregon wants to be walking through, but they're pretty. It's not really like that there. Nobody ever fucked with me. All the way down. All the way down this fucking beach. The whole goddamn way. That's where Treasure Bay was right there. Yep, that's it. And that's it. That's where that Hooters was. That's where my KFC was. This is where that Taco Bell was, I believe, and this is where that liquor store was. Or these were vice versa, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, that's it. Ain't nothing left there now but a couple palm trees. There's that old dock I was talking about right there. What was left of it before they tore it all down? Ain't much left of that old dock now. Just an old skeleton. 17 years later, still sitting there.